Hi everybody, thank you for tuning in. I did upload a video this morning that's struggling to upload a word from the Lord, but anyway, so this video is for if anyone wants to study and dive into a rabbit hole, wants to gain some amazing insight. This video is for you. So we know that the plagues of Egypt are upon us, specifically the plagues of frogs. If you've been following along, you'll know what I'm talking about. So our eyes are on the plagues of Egypt. That's what I'm kind of studying a little. And so what should we be expecting next? After the frogs, Exodus 8:12, we're in the standard KJV now. And Moses and Aaron went out from Pharaoh. Okay, Moses and Aaron, those are God's called servants, and those are the angels. Okay, Aaron represents angelic ministry, the ministering of angels. Moses and Aaron went out from Pharaoh. So this would be a rapture event for the righteous. Okay, now I'm going to give my take on rapture, because the rapture, what mainstream Christianity preaches out in YouTube land, there's one rapture event. No, in the apocryphal text, the epistle of Apollo, the apostle Apollo that we read of in the book of Acts, he has an apocryphal epistle. And when we read it, he talks about the destruction of the temple and how people were raptured in 70 AD. So the rapture, just like anything else in the Bible, when we're discerned, we learned there's no just one dimension of it. There's multiple dimensions. It's just a seal that God loosens, and can happen at any time in multiple increments and multiple facets. So that's my take, on the rapture. So Exodus 8:12. So this is what we should be expecting. This is the way the Lord is leading me. So Moses and Aaron. So these are his servants, and possibly even the angels went out from Pharaoh. So that would be a rapture event. And Moses cried unto the Lord because of the frogs which he had brought against Pharaoh. Okay, and then we get into the lice and how the frogs die, and then they want to burn the bodies and all that kind of stuff. And that kind of takes us into prophecies of Ezekiel. But the reason why I'm making this, eventually down the road, when we read about the plagues in chapter 9, we start reading about the plagues of boils. Okay, so I just want to share what I know about the boils, because this is really interesting. When we're reading these verses in chapter 9, let's see. And the Lord said unto Moses and unto Aaron, take you handfuls of ashes of the furnace. So God, like Malachi says, the day of the Lord comes like a furnace. Moses sprinkle it towards the heaven in the sight of Pharaoh, and it shall become small dust in all the land of Egypt. So people should understand that dust is a symbol of our flesh, our sin nature. So God will smite our sin nature, smite our flesh with boils. So these boils will be a result of sin nature. Okay. So please. So okay. So yes, we're surrounded by Satanists. So anyway, I want to revert you to a study I did in the Gospel of Luke, because this gets into the boils and the man who the dog licked his sores and all that kind of stuff. It's an amazing prophecy, an amazing insight. So I want to divert people's attention to that, because that will give us insight into the plague of boils. Now, Isaiah chapter 1, the putrefying sores will come upon the wicked. And the Nag Hammadi scriptures tell us that putrefying sores and boils come from lust, come from sexual perversion and worshiping sexual perversion. So they'll be covered head to toe in putrefying sores. And then when you start comparing, I just want to revert your attention to the video in the description box, and we could start relating this to the plague of boils in Exodus chapter 9. It's pretty amazing. So I hope people can follow along. Pardon the interruption. This is what it is. All right, whenever this gets to you, Allah bless you.